Hey everyone! So I think this tag is something people start with very often when they're making their YouTube channel, but when I first read the questions when I was starting, I knew I wouldn't be able to answer almost any of them. They were just so challenging, and they still are, but I want to do this before it's too late to do this. So yeah, let's just get into the Booktube Newbie Tag. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? And well, I've always wanted to, kind of like in the back of my head, I had this idea like when I start something in my life, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel about books. And then quarantine came and I had too much free time and too much time to think. So I thought, you know what? I can't have this much free time. Let's make a booktube channel. And here we are, the one good thing that happened from quarantine. I think the reason I always wanted to start is because I just love talking about books so much. Whenever I think of going to like a bookstore, reading a book, I get so excited and I just, that sort of excitement is something you just want to share with people. So I don't know. I love watching booktube videos, other people talk about books and get excited about them and spread the positivity and love for different stories is so amazing. And I guess I've always just wanted to be part of that. And here I am, trying to make that happen. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring in booktube? And when I got to this question originally, I get so scared that I decided to not do the video because we all are unique in a way. This set of characteristics and appearance and book choices is unique because there's no one like me in this world. Duh. So please, can we move on to question 3? Let's move on to question 3. Question 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? It's really exciting for me to film videos and to edit them and to just work in them and see how this raw footage that's sometimes so bad and it's awful to work with sometimes, and to see it turn into something that's somewhat bearable and can be viewed by other people makes me really happy. I'm really excited to just work on this whole project of mine and meet new people. I love to meet people that love the same books as I do or hate them or just like want to talk about them. That would be so amazing, and that's such an exciting thought. Yeah. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? Last time I was recording, I had coffee instead of tea here, and I was trying to capture a thumbnail, and it spilled over the whole carpet. Not a good time, guys. I want to say it's because I like escaping from this world to another world, but I don't think that's entirely true. Because I like this world. You just start reading and you meet characters and sometimes you can relate to them, and that is such an amazing feeling. Oh my gosh. That's one of the best things for me in books, when you just see a reflection of yourself in a character, and I don't know, that's just so cool. And also getting to experience different worlds. I love reading fantasy because there are so many worlds in which you can, I want to say get lost, but that's not the thing. It's more like exploring. It's like going on a trip with characters and an adventure to try to save someone or something, or the world as always. You get to experience a lot of things with them, things you can't really experience sometimes because it's literally impossible because it's in a fictional world. It's like traveling, but in words and pages. Question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? And I don't think there was ever a book or a book series that made me think, you know what, books are so cool, because as far as I remember, I've always liked them. It's just at some point I started loving them. And for that, I think the book that's partially responsible could be Anne of the Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery. This is like a wild guess because I really don't know, and I can't point at a specific book or series that made me love books. Polish version. never mind, it's the same cover. I've talked about this book a bit because I just really, really love it. And my grandma really, really loves it, so she kind of passed on the love for this book series to me. We follow a girl that is an orphan, and she's been living in an orphanage, and now she's adopted by like siblings, 2 siblings. And they don't want her at the beginning because she's a girl, but they end up loving her for her charm and her personality, and I don't know, it's just so amazing. She's such an amazing character, and the plot is so awesome. I mean, there's no really plot, it's just her growing up, and we see her adventures and her life and her positivity, and she's awesome, and I loved reading about her. This book made me so happy so many times. I guess I just thought, you know, there must be more books like this, more books that can make me happy. And guess what? I was right. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't know. How are you doing? How's your day? I don't think there's anything I'd like to ask. I'm going with how are you doing? That's what I would ask them. Question 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? Time management. That's always one of my biggest challenges in life. I'm pretty horrible at that. And sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I need to record right now, and then I have to do this and that, and it's just all in a rush. And yeah, that's something I need to think about more, how to make this work so that it works. I think that's gonna be the hardest challenge. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? And once again, I don't know the answer. I've always liked to read, I think. Probably when I was like, I don't know, 4? Is that when kids learn to read? Most children learn to read by 6 or 7 years of age. Some children learn at 4 or 5 years of age. I don't think I'm special with that, so I probably was like 6 or 7. Okay, that's like a really bad joke. I'll answer this question with regards to when I started tracking what I read, which is when I probably started reading more. And that was 2015, I think. So a few years ago. That's the answer to this question. Question number 9 is, where do you read? Mostly on my bed, but I don't think there's a good answer to this question because I get bored when I'm in the same place all the time, so I move around. Like I go to the floor or to the other bed, or I go to the kitchen, or I go outside. No, I don't go outside. If it's an audiobook, I'm listening to it outside somewhere. Yes, I'm probably riding a bike or going somewhere or being in a bus, or, well, I'm not in buses really now, but you know, something like that. And the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? My favorite genre is fantasy, YA fantasy, definitely, but I've been trying to branch out more because I just really like different genres, and it's always nice to read something different. And so I've been reading more fiction, classics. I've been trying to dive into classics because I've discovered they're not as bad as I thought they were, as bad as school made me think they were. But for now, in this moment, I'd say YA fantasy. Okay, this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope your reading is going well. And if it's not going, that's okay too. Don't worry about that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!